Hi everyone, I'm Wafalango and welcome you all in Grammar in Detail. If you're new and not subscribe the channel, so subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get some more videos about grammar. We are discussing the causative verbs and today we are going to discuss the third causative verb. And before starting that, there will be a note which we will be discussing. There are 26 causative verbs, out of which 6 are structure based, means they are most important, and the others are used as causative verbs. The following are your causative verbs: make, get, have, help, let, cause, motivate, lead, inspire, permit, persuade, convince, bribe, beg, encourage, pay, allow, enable, keep, hold, force, require, say, tell, ask, assist. In these, we have just got 6 which are structure based. We already talked about make, get. In description box, I will be sharing the link about make and get. In make, I have taught the causative verb definition. Where do we use the causative verbs? All are discussed. And persons and causative verbs, how many that is also discussed. And after that, I taught causative verb get. And today we'll be talking about causative verb have. So let's begin. Causative verb have. It is used when we ask someone to do a work. Ask means 50% you have got the authority to do the work. And causative verb get, make was used for 100%. Causative verb get was used for 75%. And today we have got the causative verb that is used for 50%. Now, I told you causative verb may, get, have, and as are used with agent as well as without agent. With agent, the formula for causative verb have is subject plus auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verbs mean your helping verbs as well as your modal auxiliary verbs. Then causative verb have, then agent, first form of the verb, object, full stop. And in causative verb without agent, we have got formula subject plus auxiliary verb plus causative verb, object, third form of the verb, and full stop. Keep in your mind causative verb have with agent is equal to causative verb make, and without agent it is equal to causative verb get. So you need to know this one. Like I say, he gets the shoes polished, he has the shoes polished. You will say he makes the shoes polish, only first form. This is the difference. And here causative verb make and has is equal in with agent. He has me polish the shoes, he makes me polish the shoes. But in causative verb get, we say he gets me to polish the shoes. This should be in your mind. So in description box, I will be sharing the link where you will be able to differentiate between them and you'll understand them easily. So let's start the sentences. He has me polish the shoes. He has the shoes polished. She had you paint the wall. She had wall painted. I will have him clean the room. I will have the room cleaned. You are having her press the dress. You are having the dress pressed. We were having workers build a house. We were having a house built. They will be having us beat you. They will be having you beaten. Ali has had them sweep the room. Ali has had the room swept. Ahmad had John polish the shoes. Ahmad had the shoes polished. He will have had me do the works. He will have had the works done. He has been having us draw a map. He has been having a map drawn. And I had been having students complete the works. I had been having the works completed. They will have been having him water plants. They will have been having plants watered. So you don't do an action yourself, you get it done indirectly by someone else. Keep in your mind in these sentences, he, she, I, you, we, they, Ali, Ahmad, he, she, I, they are known as your subject. And what is the subject? As we told that in causative verbs there are two persons. One gets the action done and second does the action. And the person who gets the action done, like subject, is always present in your sentence. Now that is always see present over here. And here also without agent as well, your subject is present who gets the work done, like he, she, I, you, we, they, Ali, Ahmad, he, she, I, and they. But the one thing should be in your mind. With agent, your agent is present like he as me polish the shoes. Me is the person who is doing the work directly. In second sentence, you. Third, him. In next sentence, are workers, us, sweep, polish, do. Okay, polish. Okay, next is us. Sorry, them, John, me, us, students, and him is your agent. And here definitely we don't have agent. And after that, auxiliary verbs are your like as, add. In past indefinite we don't have. In present indefinite don't we don't use auxiliary verbs. Here we have got the helping verb like will, are, were, will, be, and as, add, will have, has been, had been, will have been. And your causative verb is here, as, add, and here, have, having. In the same way, add, and after that, having, and having. One thing should be in your mind. Here we have used two times add. This add is your helping verb, and this add is your causative verb. So this you need to understand. After that, we have got first form of the verb like polish, paint, clean, press, build, beat, sweep, polish, do, draw, complete, water. And we have got objects: the shoes, the wall, the room, the dress, a house, you, room, shoes, workers, map, works, and plants. These are known as your object. And in causative verb without agent, we have got first auxiliary subject. As I mentioned here, I circled them. And after that, your auxiliary verbs are will, are, were, will be, as, add, will have, and has been, had been, will have been. And your causative verbs are as, add, have, having, add, having, and having. And your object is shoes, wall, room, dress, house, you, room, shoes, workers, map, works, and plants. After that, this should be in your mind. We bring object and then we use third form of the verb, which is known as past participle. Polished, painted, cleaned, pressed, built, beaten, swept, polished, done, drawn, completed, watered. So these are the sentences with agent and without agent for causative verb have. Now we will be discussing some of the verbs. As I told you, we have already practiced these four in present tenses. These four we discussed in past tenses, and last four, two out of which two we will discuss in spoken and two of them in written. So first we'll be discussing the written ones in all tenses and in all modal auxiliary verbs. So let's start the practice. He as me do the work, he as the work done. He does not have me do the work, he does not have the work done. Does he have me do the work, does he have the work done? Does he not have me do the work, does he not have the work done? Doesn't he have me do the work, doesn't he have the work done? So this is present indefinite tense where you will be using it in this way. We have got the past indefinite tense. He had me do the work, he had the work done. He did not have me do the work, he did not have the work done. Did he have me do the work, did he have the work done? Did he not have me do the work, did he not have the work done? Didn't he have me do the work, didn't he have the work done? The future indefinite tense. He will have me do the work, he will have the work done. He will not have me do the work, he will not have the work done. Will he have me do the work? Will he have the work done? Will he not have me do the work? Will he not have the work done? Won't he have me? Won't he have me do the work? Won't he have the work done? Next, we have got the continuous tenses. The first one is the present continuous tense. He is having me do the work. He is having the work done. He is not having me do the work. He is not having the work done. Is he having me do the work? Is he having the work done? Is he not having me do the work? Is he not having the work done? Isn't he having me do the work? Isn't he having the work done? The past continuous tense. He was having me do the work. He was having the work done. He was not having me do the work. He was not having the work done. Was he having me do the work? Was he having the work done? Was he not having me do the work? Was he not having the work done? Wasn't he having me do the work? Wasn't he having the work done? The future continuous tense. He will be having me do the work. He will be having the work done. He will not be having me do the work. He will not be having the work done. Will he be having me do the work? Will he be having the work done? Will he not be having me do the work? Will he not be having the work done? Won't he be having me do the work? Won't he be having the work done? Now we will be discussing the perfect tenses. The first one is the present perfect tense. He has had me do the work. He has had the work done. He has not had me do the work. He has not had the work done. As he had me do the work. As he had the work done. As he not had me do the work. As he not had the work done. Hasn't he had me do the work? Hasn't he had the work done? The past perfect tense. He had me do the work. He had the work done. He had not had me do the work. He had not had the work done. Had he had me do the work. Had he had the work done. Had he not had me do the work. Had he not had the work done. Hadn't he had me do the work. Hadn't he had the work done. The future continuous tense. He will have had me do the work. He will have had the work done. He will not have had me do the work. He will not have had the work done. Will he have had me do the work? Will he have had the work done? Will he not have me? Will he not have had me do the work? Will he not have had the work done? Won't he have had me do the work? Won't he have had the work done? Now we have got the perfect continuous tenses. He has been having me do the work since March. He has been having the work done since March. He has not been having me do the work since March. He has not been having the work done since March. Has he been having me do the work since March? Has he been having the work done since March? Has he not been having me do the work since March? Has he not been having the work done since March? Hasn't he been having me do the work since March? Hasn't he been having the work done since March? The past perfect continuous tense. He had been having me do the work since March. He had been having the work done since March. He had not been having me do the work since March. He had not been having the work done since March. Had he been having me do the work since March? Had he not been having the work done since March? Had he not been having me do the work since March? Had he not been having the work done since March? Had he not been having do the work since March? Hadn't he been having the work done since March? The future perfect continuous tense. He will have been having me do the work since March. He will have been having the work done since March. He will not have been having me do the work since March. He will not have been having the work done since March. Will he have been doing having me do the work since March? Will he have been having the work done since March? Will he not have been having me do the work since March? Will he not have been having the work done since March? Won't he have been having me do the work since March? Won't he have been having the work done since March? Next, we have got the modal auxiliary verbs, and we have got the first modal auxiliary verb, which is used for 100% possibility of an action. He must have me do the work. He must have the work done. He must not have me do the work. He must not have the work done. Must he have me do the work? Must he have the work done? Must he not have me do the work? Must he not have the work done? Mustn't he have me do the work? Mustn't he have the work done? Next, we have got modal auxiliary verb ought to, which is used for 85% possibility. He ought to have me do the work. He ought to have the work done. He ought not to have me do the work. He ought not to have the work done. Ought he to have me do the work? Ought he to have the work done? Ought he not to have me do the work? Ought he not to have the work done? Oughtn't he to have me do the work? Oughtn't he to have the work done? Next, we have got modal auxiliary verb should, which is used for 75%. He should have me do the work, he should have the work done. He should not have me do the work, he should not have the work done. Should he have me do the work, should he have the work done? Should he not have me do the work, should he not have the work done? Shouldn't he have me do the work, shouldn't he have the work done? Next modal auxiliary verb we have got can, which is used for 50%. He can have me do the work, he can have the work done. He cannot have me do the work, he cannot have the work done. Can he have me do the work, can he have the work done? Can he not have me do the work, can he not have the work done? Can't he have me do the work, can't he have the work done? Next modal auxiliary verb is could, which is the past of can, but in secondary level it can be used for present, which is known as for 40%. He could have me do the work, he could have the work done. He could not have me do the work, he could not have the work done. Could he have me do the work, could he have the work done? Could he not have me do the work, could he not have the work done? Couldn't he have me do the work, couldn't he have the work done? Next we have got modal auxiliary verb may, which is used for 30%. He may have me do the work, he may have the work done. He may not have me do the work, he may not have the work done. May he have may he have me do the work, may he have the work done. May he not have me do the work, may he not have the work done. Mayn't he have me do the work, mayn't he have the work done. Next causative verb we have got might, which is used for 15% of possibility of an action. He might have do the work, he might have done, he might have the work done. He might not have me do the work, he might not have the work done. Might he have me do the work, might he have the work done. Might he not have me do the work, might he not have the work done. Mightn't he have me do the work, mightn't he have the work done. Next modal auxiliary verb is will, which is used for future possibility, and that possibility is for 50% in future. He will have me do the work, he will have the work done. He will not have me do the work, he will not have the work done. Will he have me do the work, will he have the work done? Will he not have me do the work, will he not have the work done? Won't he have me do the work, won't he have the work done? Next modal auxiliary verb is shall, which is also used for future possibility, and this possibility is for 50%. And one thing should be in your mind, will is used in informal way, and that is the formal and polite way to use as modal auxiliary verb. He shall have me do the work, he shall have the work done. He shall not have me do the work, he shall not have the work done. Shall he have me do the work, shall he have the work done. Shall he not have me do the work, shall he not have the work done. Shan't he have me do the work, shan't he have the work done. Next modal auxiliary verb we have would, that is used for unreal situation, which we wanted to do in past but we didn't or couldn't. He would have me do the work, he would have the work done. He would not have me do the work, he would not have the work done. Would he have me do the work, would he have the work done? Would he not have me do the work, would he not have the work done? Wouldn't he have me do the work, wouldn't he have the work done? Next modal auxiliary verb is used to, which is used for past habits and actions, which we have left now doing. He used to have me do the work, he used to have the work done. He used not to have me do the work, he used not to have the work done. Use he to have me do the work, use he to have the work done. Use he not to have me to do use he not to have me do the work, use he not to have the work done. Usen't he to have me do the work, usen't he to have the work done. Keep in your mind here D is written but it is not pronounced, only it is said used to, not used to. If used to is a structure, how you will be making the sentences? He used to have me do the work, he used to have the work done. He did not used to have me do the work, he used not to have, he did not used to have the work done. Did he used to have me do the work, did he used to have the work done? Did he not used to have me do the work, did he not used to have the work done? Didn't he used to have me do the work, didn't he used to have the work done? Here we have completed 120 sentences with agent and 120 without agents. So let's change another verb from the present indefinite tense. She has us draw a map, she has a map drawn. She does not have us draw a map, she does not have a map drawn. Next is, does she have us draw a map, does she have a map drawn? Does she not have us draw a map, does she not have a map drawn? Doesn't she have us draw a map? Doesn't she have a map drawn? The past indefinite tense, she had us draw a map, she had a map drawn. She did not have us draw a map, she did not have a map drawn. Did she have us draw a map? Did she have a map drawn? Did she not have us draw a map? Did she not have a map drawn? Didn't she have us draw a map? Didn't she have a map drawn? She will have us draw a map, she will have a map drawn. She will not have us draw a map, she will not have a map drawn. Will she have us draw a map? Will she have a map drawn? Will she not have us draw a map? Will she not have a map drawn? Won't she have us draw a map? Won't she have a map drawn? Continuous tenses. She is having us draw a map. She is having a map drawn. She is not having us draw a map. She is not having a map drawn. Is she having us draw a map? Is she having a map drawn? Is she not having us draw a map? Is she not having a map drawn? Isn't she having us draw a map? Isn't she having a map drawn? She was having us draw a map. She was having a map drawn. She was not having us draw a map. She was not having a map drawn. Was she having us draw a map? Was she having a map drawn? Was she not having us draw a map? Was she not having a map drawn? Wasn't she having us draw a map? Wasn't she having a map drawn? She will be having us draw a map. She will be having a map drawn. She will not be having us draw a map. She will not be having a map drawn. Will she be having us draw a map? Will she be having a map drawn? Will she not be having us draw a map? Will she not be having a map drawn? Won't she be having us draw a map? Won't she be having a map drawn? Now we will be talking about the modal, the perfect tenses. She has had us draw a map. She has had a map drawn. She has not had us draw a map. She has not had a map drawn. She has had, as she had us draw a map, as she had a map drawn. Has she not had us draw a map? Has she not had a map drawn? Hasn't she had us draw a map? Hasn't she had a map drawn? She had us draw a map. She had a map drawn. She had not had us draw a map. She had not had a map drawn. Had she had us draw a map? Had she had a map drawn? Had she not had us draw a map? Had she not had a map drawn? Hadn't she had us draw a map? Hadn't she had a map drawn? She will have had us draw a map. She will have had a map drawn. She will not have had us draw a map. She will not have had a map drawn. Will she have had us draw a map? Will she have had a map drawn? Will she not have had us draw a map? Will she not have had map drawn? Won't she have had us draw a map? Won't she have had a map drawn? Perfect continuous tenses. She has been having us draw a map for 2 hours. She has been having a map drawn for 2 hours. She has not been having us draw a map for 2 hours. She has not been having a map drawn for 2 hours. Has she been having us draw a map for 2 hours? Has she been having a map drawn for 2 hours? Has she not been having us draw a map for 2 hours? Has she not been having a map drawn for 2 hours? Hasn't she been having us draw a map for 2 hours? Hasn't she been having a map drawn for 2 hours? She had been having us draw a map for 2 hours. She had been having a map drawn for 2 hours. She had not been having us draw a map for 2 hours. She had not been having a map drawn for 2 hours. Had she been having us draw a map for 2 hours? Had she been having a map drawn for 2 hours? Had she not been having us draw a map for 2 hours? Had she not been having a map drawn for 2 hours? Hadn't she been having us draw a map for 2 hours? Hadn't she been having a map drawn for 2 hours? She will have been having us draw a map for 2 hours. She will have been having a map drawn for 2 hours. She will not have been having us draw a map for 2 hours. She will not have been having a map drawn for 2 hours. Will she have been having us draw a map for 2 hours? Will she not have been? Will she have been having a map drawn for 2 hours? Will she not have been having us draw a map for 2 hours? Will she not have been having a map drawn for 2 hours? Will she not be? Will she not have been having us draw a map for 2 hours? Will she not have been having a map drawn for 2 hours? Okay, won't she have been having us draw a map for 2 hours? Won't she have been having a map drawn for 2 hours? Now we'll talk about modal auxiliary verbs. He must have us draw a map. He must have a map drawn. He must not have us draw a map. He must not have a map drawn. Must he have us draw a map? Must he have a map drawn? Must he not have us draw a map? Must he not have a map drawn? Mustn't she have us draw a map? Mustn't she have a map drawn? She ought to have us draw a map. She ought to have a map drawn. She ought not to have us draw a map. She ought not to have a map drawn. Ought she to have us draw a map? Ought to she have? Ought she to have a map drawn? Ought she not to have us draw a map? Okay. Ought she not to have us draw a map? Ought she not to have a map drawn? Oughtn't she oughtn't she to have us draw a map? Oughtn't she to have a map drawn? And next is she should have us draw a map. She should have a map drawn. She should not have us draw a map. She should not have a map drawn. Should she have us draw a map? Should she have a map drawn? Should she not have us draw a map? Should she not have a map drawn? Shouldn't she have us draw a map? Shouldn't she have a map drawn? Next is can. She can have us draw a map. She can have a map drawn. She cannot have us draw a map. She cannot have a map drawn. Can she have us draw a map? Can she have a map drawn? Can she not have us draw a map? Can she not have a map drawn? Can't she have us draw a map? Can't she have a map drawn? Next is could. She could have us draw a map. She could have a map drawn. She could not have us draw a map. She could not have a map drawn. Could she have us draw a map? Could she have a map drawn? Could she not have us draw a map? Could she not have a map drawn? Couldn't she have us draw a map? Couldn't she have a map drawn? She may have us draw a map. She may have a map drawn. She may not have us draw a map. She may not have a map drawn. May she have us draw a map? May she have a map drawn? May she not have us draw a map? May she not have a map drawn? May she have us draw a map? May she have a map drawn? Next is might. She might have us draw a map. She might have a map drawn. She might not have us draw a map. She might not have a map drawn. Might she have us draw a map? Might she have a map drawn? Might she not have a map? Might she not have us draw a map? Might she not have a map drawn? Mightn't she have us draw a map? Mightn't she have a map drawn? She will have us draw a map. She will have a map drawn. She will not have us draw a map. She will not have a map drawn. Will she have us draw a map? Will she have a map drawn? Will she not have us draw a map? Will she not have a map drawn? Won't she have us draw a map? Won't she have a map drawn? Next is shall. She shall have us draw a map. She shall have a map drawn. She shall not have us draw a map. She shall not have a map drawn. Shall she have us draw a map? Shall she have a map drawn? Shall she not have a map? Shall she not have us draw a map? Shall she not have a map drawn? Shan't she have us draw a map? Shan't she have a map drawn? Next is would. She would have us draw a map. She would have a map drawn. She would not have us draw a map. She would not have a map drawn. Would she have us draw a map? Would she have a map drawn? Would she not have us draw a map? Would she not have a map drawn? Wouldn't she have us draw a map? Wouldn't she have a map drawn? She used to have us draw a map. She used to have a map drawn. She used not to have us draw a map. She used not to have us draw a map. She used not to have a map drawn. Used she to have us draw a map? Used she to have a map drawn? Used she not to have us draw a map? Used she not to have a map drawn? Usen't she to have us draw a map? Usen't she to have a map drawn? If it is a structure, how you will make the sentences? She used to have us draw a map. She used to have a map drawn. She did not used to have us draw a map. She did not used to have a map drawn. Did she used to have us draw a map? Did she used to have a map drawn? Did she not used to have us draw a map? Did she not used to have a map drawn? Didn't she used to have us draw a map? Didn't she used to have a map drawn? Now these are the modal auxiliary verbs which we have completed with written. So with the first verb we completed 120 without agent, 120 with agent, and 120 with agent with the second, 120 without agent with the second. So 240 sentences we made with agent, 240 we made without agent. They are equal to 480 sentences. Now we are going to make these sentences in oral. How you are going to practice. In written, I told you in this way, take a verb and keep practicing them, so you will improve your speaking a lot with the help of causative verbs. Now it is changed in present perfect. Okay, past perfect continuous tense, but we will change it in present indefinite, then in all tenses with all modal auxiliary verbs. What should be the present indefinite of this sentence. I have students complete works. I do not have students complete work. Do I have students complete work? Do I not have students complete work? Do I not have students complete work? Don't I have students complete work? I had students completed complete works. I did not have students complete works. Did I have students complete works? Did I not have students complete work? Did I have students complete work? I will have students complete works. I will not have students complete works. Will I have students complete works? Will I not have students complete work? Won't I have students complete works? I am having students complete works. I'm not having students complete works. Am I having students complete works? Am I not having students complete works? And I having students complete works. I was having students complete works. I was not having students complete works. Was I having students complete works? Was I not having students complete works? Wasn't I having students complete works? I will be having students complete works. I will not be having students complete works. Will I be having students complete works? Will I not be having students complete works? Won't I be having students complete works? I had students complete. I have had students completed works. I have not had students completed works. I had students completed works? Have I not had students completed complete works? Haven't I had students complete works? I had students complete works. I had not had students complete works. Had I had students complete works? Had I not had students complete works? Hadn't I had students complete works? I will have had students complete works. I will not have had students complete works. Will I have had students complete works? Will I not have had students complete works? Won't I have had students complete works? I have been having students complete works for a day. I have not been having students complete works for a day. Will I have? Okay. Have I been having students complete for works for a day? Have I not been having students complete works for a day? Haven't I been having students complete work for a day? I had been having students complete works for a day. I had not been having students complete works for a day. Had I been having students complete works for a day? Hadn't I been having students complete work for a day? I will have been having students complete works for a day. I will not have been having students complete work for a day. Will I have been having students complete work for a day? Will I not have been having students complete work for a day? Won't I have been having students complete work for a day? I must have students complete work. I must not have students complete work. Must I have students complete work? Must I not have students complete work? Mustn't I have students complete works? I should have students complete work. I should not have students complete work. Should I have students complete work? Should I not have students complete work? Shouldn't I have students complete work? I ought to have students complete works. I ought not to have students complete work. Ought I to have students complete works? Ought I not to have students complete works? Oughtn't I to have students complete works? I can have students complete works. I cannot have students complete works. Can I have student complete works? Can I not have students complete work? Can't I have students complete works? I could have students complete works. I could not have students complete works. Could I have students complete works? Could I not have students complete works? Couldn't I have students complete works? I may have students complete works. I may not have students complete works. May I have students complete works? May I not have students complete works? Mayn't I have students complete works? I might have students complete works. I might not have students complete works. Might I have students complete works? Might I not have students complete works? Mightn't I have students complete works? I will have students complete works. I will not have students complete works. Will I have students complete works? Will I not have students complete works? Won't I have students complete works? I shall have students complete works. I shall not have students complete works. Shall I have students complete works? Shall I not have students complete works? Shan't I have students complete works? I would have students complete works. I would not have students complete works. Would I have students complete works? Would I not have students complete works? Would I not have students complete works? Wouldn't I have students complete works? I used to have students complete works. I used not to have students complete works. Use I to have students complete works. Use I not to have students complete works. Use'nt I to have students complete works. I used to have students complete works. I did not used to have students complete works. Did I used to have students complete works? Did I not used to have students complete works? Didn't I used to have students complete works? So this is the sentence for 124 with agent. Now we will be changing it in without agent. Have I have works completed. I do not have works completed. Do I have works completed? Do I not have works completed? Don't I have works completed? I had works completed. I had not work. I did not have works completed. Did I have works completed? Did I not have works completed? Didn't I have works completed? I will have works completed. I will not have works completed. Will I have works completed? Will I not have works completed? Won't I have works completed? I am having works completed. I am not having works completed. Am I having works completed? Am I not having works completed? And I having works completed. I was having works completed. I was not having works completed. Was I having works completed? Was I not having works completed? Wasn't I having works completed? I will be having works completed. I will not be having works completed. Will I be having works completed? Will I not be having works completed? Won't I be having completed works completed? I have had works completed. I have not had works completed. Have I had works completed? Have I not had works completed? Haven't I had works completed? I had works completed. I had not had works completed. Had I had works completed? Had I not had works completed? Hadn't I had works completed? I will have had works completed. I will not have had works completed. Will I have had works completed? Will I not have had works completed? Won't I have had works completed? I have been having works completed for a day. I have not been having works completed for a day. Have I been having works completed for a day? Have I not been having works completed for a day? Haven't I been having works completed for a day? I had been having works completed for a day. I had not been having works completed for a day. Had I been having works completed for a day? Had I not have been completed works for a day? Had I not been having works completed for a day? Hadn't I have been having works completed for a day? I will have been having works completed for a day. I will not have been having works completed for a day. Will I have been having works completed for a day? Will I not have been having works completed for a day? Won't I have been having works completed for a day? I must have works completed. I must not have works completed. Must I have works completed? Must I not have works completed? Mustn't I have works completed? I should have works completed. I should not have works completed. Should I have works completed? Should I not have works completed? Shouldn't I have works completed? I ought to have works completed. Or I ought not to have works completed. Ought I to have works completed? Ought I not to have works completed? Oughtn't I to have works completed? I can have works completed. I cannot have works completed. Can I have works completed? Can I not have works completed? Can't I have works completed? I could have works completed. I could not have works completed. Could I have works completed? Could I not have works completed? Couldn't I have works completed? I may have works completed. I may not have works completed. May I have works completed? May I not have works completed? Meant I have works completed. I might have works completed. I might not have works completed. Might I have works completed? Might I not have works completed? Mightn't I have works completed? I will have works completed. I will not have works completed. Will I have works completed? Will I not have works completed? Won't I have works completed? I shall have works completed. I shall not have works completed. Shall I have works completed? Shall I not have works completed? Shan't I have works completed? I would have works completed. I would not have works completed. Would I have works completed? Would I not have works completed? Wouldn't I have works completed? I used to have works completed. I used not to have works completed. Use I to have works completed. Use I not to have works completed. Usn't I to have usn't I to have works completed? I used to have works completed. I did not used to have works completed. Did I used to have works completed? Did I not used to have the works completed? Didn't I used to have the works completed? So 120 we have completed here. Last verb we have got, that is known as sentence, that is known as they will have been having in water plants. So how to change it in all tenses with all modal auxiliary verbs? So let's begin first with agent, then without agent. They will have, okay, they have in water plants. They do not have in water plants. Do they have in water plants? Do they not have in water plants? Don't they have in water plants? They had in water plants. They did not have in water plants. Did they have in water plants? Did they not have in water plants? Didn't they have in water plants? They will have in water plants. They will not have in water plants. Will they have in water plants? Will they not have in water plants? Won't they have in water plants? They are having in water plants. They are not having in water plants. Are they having in water plants? Are they not having in water plants? Aren't they having in water plants? They were having in water plants. They were not having in water plants. Were they having in water plants? Were they not having in water plants? Weren't they having in water plants? They will be having in water plants. They will not be having in water plants. Will they be having in water plants? Will they not be having in water plants? Won't they be having in water plants? They have had in water plants. They have not had in water plants. Have they had in water plants? Have they not had in water plants? Haven't they had in water plants? They had in water plants. They had not had in water plants. Had they had in water plants? Had they not had in water plants? Hadn't they had in water plants? They will have had in water plants. They will not have had in water plants. Will they have had in water plants? Will they not have had in water plants? Won't they have had in water plants? They have been having in water plants since morning. They will not have. They have not been having in water plants since morning. Have they been having in water plants since morning? Have they not been having in water plants since morning? Haven't they been having in water plants since morning? They had been having in water plants since morning. They had not been having in water plants since morning. Had they been having in water plants since morning? Had they not been having in water plants since morning? Hadn't they been having in water plants since morning? They will have been having in water plants since morning. They will not have been having in water plants since morning. Will they have been having in water plants since morning? Will they not have been having in water plants since morning? Won't they have been having in water plants since morning? Now the tenses are completed. We will go towards modal auxiliary verb. Okay, next is they must. Okay, sorry for interruption. There's a little bit. Confusion, let it be removed. They must have him water plants, they must not have him water plants. Must they have him water plants, must they not have him water plants? Mustn't they have him water plants, they should have him water plants, they should not have him water plants. Should they have him water plants, should they not have him water plants? Shouldn't they have him water plants, they ought to have him water plants, they ought not to have him water plants. Ought they to have him water plants, ought they not to have him water plants? Oughtn't they to have him water plants? They can have him water plants, they cannot have him water plants. Can they have him water plants, can they not have him water plants? Can't they have him water plants? They could have him water plants, they could not have him water plants. Could they have him water plants, could they not have him water plants? Couldn't they have him water plants? They may have him water plants, they may not have him water plants. May they have him water plants, may they not have him water plants. Meant they have him water plants, they might have him water plants, they might not have him water plants. Might they have him water plants, might they not have him water plants? Mightn't they have him water plants? They will have him water plants, they will not have him water plants. Will they have him water plants, will they not have him water plants? Won't they have him water plants, they shall have him water plants, they shall not have him water plants. Shall they have him water plants, shall they not have him water plants? Shan't they have him water plants, they would have him water plants, they would not have him water plants. Would they have him water plants, would they not have him water plants? Wouldn't they have him water plants? They used to have him water plants, they used not to have him water plants. Used they to have him water plants, used they not to have him water plants? Usn't they to have him water plants? They used to have him water plants, they used not to, they did not used to have him water plant. Did they used to have him water plant? Did they not used to have him water plant? Didn't they used to have him water plants? So that is with agent, causative verbs and modal auxiliary verb for this sentence. And now we'll be practicing 124 without agent. They will have been. How to change it in present indefinite, then in all tenses. They have plants watered, they do not have plants water. Do they have what plants water? Do they not have plants water? Don't they have plants water? They will have water plants water, they will not have. They add plants watered, they did not have water plants watered. Did they have plants watered, did they not have plants watered? Didn't they have water plants water? They will have plants water, they will not have plants water. Will they have plants water, will they not have plants water? Won't they have plants water? They are having plants watered, they are not having plants water. Are they having plants watered, are they not having plants watered? Aren't they having plants watered? They were having plants watered, they were not having plants watered. Were they having plants watered, were they not having plants watered? Weren't they having plants watered? They will be having plants watered, they will not be having plants watered. Will they be having plants watered, will they not be having plants watered? Won't they be having plants watered? They have had plants watered, they have not had plants watered. Will have they had plants watered, have they not had plants watered? Haven't they had plants watered? They had plants watered, they had not had plants watered. Had they had plants watered, had they not had plants watered? Hadn't they had plant watered? They will have plants, they will have had plants watered, they will not have had plants watered. Will they have had plants watered? Won't they have had plants watered? They have been having plants watered since morning, they have not been having plants watered since morning. Have they been having having plants watered since morning? Have they not been having plants watered since morning? Haven't they been having plants watered since morning? They had been having plants since watered since morning, they had not been having plants watered since morning. Will had they been having plants watered since morning? Had they not been having plants since watered since morning? Hadn't they been having plants watered since morning? They will have been having plants watered since morning, they had not, they will not have been having plants since watered since morning. Will they have been having plants watered since morning? Will they not have been having plants watered since morning? Won't they have been having plants watered since morning? They must have plants watered, they must not have plants watered. Must they have plants watered, must they not have plants watered? Mustn't they have plants watered? They should have plants watered, they should not have plants watered. Should they have plants watered, should they not have plants watered? Shouldn't they have plants watered? They ought to have the plants watered, they ought not to have the plants watered. Or they to have the plants watered, or they not to have the plants watered? Oughtn't they to have the plants watered? They can have the plants watered, they cannot have the plants watered. Can they have the plants watered, can they not have the plants watered? Can't they have the plants watered? They could have the plants watered, they could not have the plants watered. Could they have the plants watered, could they not have the plants watered? Couldn't they have the plants watered? They may have the plants watered, they may not have the plants watered. May they have the plants watered, may they not have the plants watered? Might they have the plants watered? They might have the plants watered, they might not have the plants watered. Might they have the plants watered? Might they not have the plants watered? Mightn't they have the plants watered? They will have the plants watered. They will not have the plants watered. Will they have the plants watered? Will they not have the plants watered? Won't they have the plants watered? They shall have the plants watered. They shall not have the plants watered. Shall they have the plants watered? Shall they not have the plants watered? Shan't they have the plants watered? They would have the plants watered. They would not have the plants watered. Would they have the plants watered? Would they not have the plants watered? Wouldn't they have the plants watered? They used to have the plants watered. They used not to have the plants watered. Use they to have the plants watered. Use they not to have the plants watered. Use'n't they have to use'n't they to have the plants watered? They used to have the plants watered. They did not used to have the plants watered. Did they used to have the plants watered? Did they not used to have the plants watered? Didn't they used to have the plants watered? So by the grace of Allah Almighty, we have already completed 1000 sentences practicing, two of them in written and two of them in spoken. And wish you best of luck. See you next time with the next lecture. Goodbye.